Hey man, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So today, I'm going to be reacting to new rock stars, breaking down the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. I think this is one of the best breakdowns I've seen. I had to bring it to all my followers. You know what I'm saying? I know I did a couple of videos like this, but this one here is a little more special. So stick with me. You know what it is? Hey man, listen. If I haven't earned your subscription today, please subscribe. I'm trying my hardest over here. I've been doing this for a little bit. I just started getting some notoriety. Thank y'all. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App will be on the screen and it will be at the end. Also to like the page, subscribe, all that good stuff. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. If you like what you see, you know what it is. Hey man, I don't really have a speech. I just go off the top, and sometimes it works, and sometimes, you know, I repeat myself. But either way, so let's get to this new rock star, jump off, and then we'll be back to discuss.
Rockstars, I'm Jessica Clemens. About 5 days ago, trending at #1 on YouTube for days since it's dropped, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us music video release, stopping all of us on our tracks. And I've been hounding new rockstars to let me talk about it, and they're finally letting me talk about it. I wanted to break down the beef. I wanted to talk about it, dissect it, eat it, chew it up, spit it out, tell you guys all about it. We had a lot of other things on our plate though this week, but finally God heard my consistent nagging and said, fine, stop asking. So here it is, my scene-by-scene breakdown of Not Like Us, the music video. A music video breakdown, like pop-up video. And a quick reminder to check out nerdride.shop, where you can always find the latest and greatest in new Rockstars merch. Gear up for the biggest movie of the summer. It's coming up at the end of the month. I'm talking Deadpool and Wolf.
All right, so if you won't follow new rock stars, they usually talk about movies. They break that scene by scene of movies. So I'm pretty excited to see this, actually, that they're talking about the Kendrick and Drake thing. That's how you know this is pretty big, because this is crossing platforms, actually. And they're talking about it on a movie platform, as if it's like a pop-up video, like she said. So yeah, man, let's get to it.
Wolverine. Show your love for all of our different merch and the fandoms we have over there. We got a new Agatha shirt coming. Oh, that trailer was so good. I'm gonna wear that shirt every day until the show drops in September. Grabbing some merch from nerdride.shop is a great way to support the channel and all the work that we do here, breaking down all these properties that you love, like the Not Like Us video. First time for anything. So for those that don't clearly know Drake and Kendrick's beef, I'm gonna make this exceptionally quick, because most of y'all watching this probably already know that by now. There's been beef between everyone and Drake for years, and rightfully so. But the beef between Drake and Kendrick began 13 years ago around Drake's Take Care album, but see, after doing a couple of songs together, that's where the two had a fucking problem. Kendrick came for everyone, literally everybody, on Big Sean's song Control, and where most other rappers could take a diss, like, you know, Jeff Ross Roast,
famously walked into the owner Robert Kraft's office and said, "I'm the best decision your organization has ever made. Would you like a massage?" I love Robert Kraft. I love
that shit again.
Okay.
Drake chose to play it like Tom Brady and make a big scene out of it. He sneak disses Kendrick in his next album, Nothing Was the Same. In the song The Language, Drake says, I don't know why they've been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring. Later, Birdman was like, nah, it ain't about Kendrick. But my question is, why would anyone believe Birdman? Exactly a month later, Kendrick fired back at the 2013 BET Hip Hop Awards cypher, coming for everyone again, but also mainly Drake, which was an iconic set. My favorite part of this is both rappers could just be making songs and not dissing each other, and we're just thinking and forcing their lyrics into a narrative. Then again, in what world are these two going to talk it out and move past this? Also, where's the fun in that? Things start simmering. It looks like Kendrick and Drake will always have this beef. Maybe it starts to fizzle out in the public eye. Then we have rappers like Meek Mill shake it up about Drake having ghostwriters make his songs in 2015.
Yeah, so we all remember when Meek Mill called Drake out. And a lot of people didn't really care for Meek Mill take, but what Meek Mill did, he opened the can of worms. And I think that Meek Mill saying that Drake had ghostwriters was a big, big deal. Well, at that time it wasn't, but now it definitely is. And now people are starting to come out of the woodworks.
which rekindled a big flame under Kendrick's hate core, and I love it. Of course, the two rappers got to deal with their own shit eventually, put the sneak diss into a pause. You know, Kendrick has to be Kendrick and Drake has to be Drake, I guess. That is until Big Dog Kendrick wakes up and hears something in the distance, like a beacon for help. Nah, a beacon for war. First-person shooter releases on Drake's For All the Dogs album in 2023, and let me tell you, not all dogs went to heaven that day. Track 6, J. Cole says, love when they argue the hardest MC, is it K. Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league. Tell them exactly whom. Who? Drake and Kendrick are in the same tier. Before y'all come for me, I grew up on both Kendrick and Drake. Drake is for my sassy pop hip hop side, and Kendrick is for the family, you know, the roots. Say what you will, J. Cole knew exactly what he was doing here. So then Kendrick awakens like that Squidward meme and lets loose, featuring on Metro Boomin and Future's album that was completely a diss album catered, signed, sealed, and delivered to Drake. The song was a hit. Then J. Cole apologizes after making a dookie diss track. Drake says, F that.
Well, during that same track, I believe Drake had referenced he was the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying like it's top 3, but I'm taking 2 of those spots or something like that.
2 weeks later, he drops Push-Ups. The cover makes fun of Kendrick's shoe size, rapping, how the f are you big stepping with a size 7 men's on, referencing the title of Lamar's 2022 album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Then came the damn leak. The same day someone leaked Tailor-Made Freestyle, this track had AI'd Snoop Dogg and Tupac, which, what the f was he thinking? It also was just like bad. All bad. Genuinely was a steaming pile of hot-ass dookie water. Drake mentions in the song, what the f is taking so long? Little did he know he was cooking with water while Kendrick was literally cooking with grease. April 30th, Kendrick then drops Euphoria. Not only did this man switch the song into multiple parts, which is something Drake loves to do, Kendrick plays therapist and dissects all of Drake's paranoia. He comes for his radio station pop standard of music, how he lies, and this is a song where he goes, what is it, the brains? And you call me a hater, but this man invented it. May 3rd, 616 drops more lyrics attacking Drake's friends and how they actually work for Kendrick. The song really comes for Drake's paranoia, even using a sample of Al Green's 1972 song, What a...
So, 616 LA, underrated gym. Most people actually think that that's the best. A lot of people think that that's the best diss track. Also, too, 616 LA, so many different meanings to that song. So many. You know what I'm saying? And one of those meanings is that was the first day that Drake and Kendrick ever met in person.
Wonderful Thing Love Is, which featured guitarist Teenie Hodges, who is also Drake's uncle. Drake drops Family Matters the same night as 616. He comes for A$AP Rocky and The Weeknd. A$AP clapped at him in show of hands on Future and Metro's follow-up second album, We Still Don't Trust You. The album also had the song with the same title featuring The Weeknd, who has his own beef with Drake when Drake kept trying to sign him and he was like, nah, because Drake doesn't sign you to uplift your career. He uses you on his songs and kind of leaves you out to dry. And of course he comes for J. Cole and Kendrick. All these men have betrayed him in one way or another, and I'll get more into this song later when we see Whitney, Kendrick's fiance, in the music video. Then, when you think it's all over, it ain't. Kendrick drops another song, and right after, like, I think minutes of Family Matters, he drops Meet the Grams, and it's so good. It's like poetry with a deep piano beat. I love this song. Each section is a letter to people in Drake's life. Not very like heartfelt, but absolutely a warning and pleading, trying to speak to other people close to him. His son Adonis, his mother, his father, and an unknown daughter that none of us knew about, but also not really surprised about. And I gotta speed this up. I only get so much time to...
Yeah, that's pretty... When he dropped Meet the Grams, he totally crushed Family Matters. Family Matters was over the same night. I see why Drake, it got removed from the top 100, because it's a good song, but yeah, it got aired out fast.
Talk about this. Then the next day, the man just won't quit. Kendrick drops Not Like Us, and here's my breakdown of its music video. The music video opens to Compton City Hall and Courthouse. As we know, Kendrick is from Compton, and we're gonna get a ton of Compton references in the video. I love this opening shot, silent as we're taken to the Compton Courthouse, like Drake is standing trial against the people of Compton, LA, the Bay, California, for all the crimes he's done upon the West Coast, using AI Tupac as one example, and all of these star appearances are just witnesses to the trial. Then we get a black screen and chanting. It picks up with the chant and then it goes,
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, and all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli.
This is a preview to a new song coming, perhaps another diss track. And God, if he delivers this song this year, we'd be having a great year. We all be eating good. We all hope this is a new song and it sounds so good. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but the internet's right. He did do the same shit with the Alright music video featuring a great snippet of a song that didn't release. Some say they hear Debbie Debs when I hear music sample in this, but I can't really hear it, but you let me know in the comments what you think. Additionally, in the verse, he mentions this.
High key, keep a horn on me, that Kamasi. IP, ownership, the blueprint is by me.
Kamasi is also a saxophonist, hence the keep a horn on me line. In this line about IP ownership and his blueprint, creatively, Kendrick can do whatever he really wants, not tied down by big labels, and he needs that freedom to make.
Yeah, that's true. And that was a direct shot at Drake. Like, IP, the ownership is by me. Like, you can't say nothing now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can't say nothing.
These ridiculously beautiful visual telling stories. In this scene, like the boogeyman, you can't get him in the shadows, only by the flickering lights or the swift flick of the lighter. This could also be a call out to Lil Wayne, always beginning his tracks with the old flick of the light.
Yeah.
As we know, Wayne and Drake were very close once upon a time. Kendrick arrives at the silver door and he does this knock, that shave and a haircut 2 bits. The earliest ABC News in-depth found on this song came out in 1899. It was called A Dark Town Cakewalk. Dark Town refers to black neighborhoods in Atlanta, Georgia, and cakewalk was generally recognized as a black American slave's way of mocking the behavior of white slave masters. So, comes from not good things. The sliding door opens to Tommy the Clown, who's big in LA. He crumps. To me, I think he started crumping. He grows a huge community with kids dancing and is actually pretty cool. He was also featured on stage dancing at Kendrick's Juneteenth concert doing DJ headset. He asked what's the password, to which Kendrick says, I see dead people. We know the Sixth Sense reference. Here he's also motioning that both Kendrick and Cole battle Ghost. In Euphoria, Kendrick asked, am I battling Ghost or AI? And Haley Joel Osment was also featured in the 1999 movie AI. There's also double meaning here for Ghost admiring Tupac, but also clowning on Drake having Ghost Riders. Tommy says, you late, which is likely a nod to Drake saying Kendrick was taking too long in the tailor-made freestyle. And this turntable.
Yeah, that's definitely a nod to that. And I also believe that there's a nod to that black people are always late. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Well, the stereotype that black people are always late.
Is the Technics SL1200 MK2. The SL1200 is known as one of the most influential turntables. Africa Bambaataa and Grandmaster Flash both used it for scratching. Moby won't shut the hell up about it. It clearly is a very hot vintage turntable. The horns for Not Like Us begin playing, and with this great iconic font, I love this font, Kendrick looks so tired and just done with it. The people next to him are members of Tommy the Clown's crew called the T Squad, and the woman dancing here is Envy, a member of the T Squad. Peep all their shirts, like red, white, and blue, and this is a diss at Drake because he's Canadian, and Kendrick dropped this music video on July the 4th to remind everyone this is about him. Yeah, sure, why not? But it also represents the red and blue groups that I know you know. You can see the tied bandanas around the waist of the woman passing the Bible, also being blue and red intertwined. The thing is, Kendrick is bringing a small inkling of unity between both these groups in the wake of this song. Kendrick grew up around these gangs with close friends and family ties. The man had both these groups out during his Juneteenth concert. Everyone's wardrobe is so on point, and Kendrick is a visual storytelling genius who does not have to bring attention to it. He worked with a stylist, Taylor McNeil, while Carissa Sanchez managed the wardrobe overall. It changes with every new location, but damn does my man love a sweatshirt. He begins with the Willie Chiveraire bad boy track jacket, the white Chuck Taylor 70s. PG Lang is Kendrick and Dave Free's company that collaborated with Converse, offering a minimalist interpretation of the classic silhouette in 2 variations according to Hypebeast, a blue Dodgers hat wrapped in a Martine Rose scarf. And just so you know, Cheveraire's from Fresno, California, and the Dodgers are an LA-based baseball team. This video was more about uniting the entire California coast. It truly is all an ode to California. However, for British Jamaican designer Martine Rose, Kendrick and his cousin Baby Keem are collaborating on limited edition collection with Martine Rose, so that's why she's making an appearance. Kendrick says, man down, calling Amber Lamps, tell him breathe, bro. My family and I say Amber Lamps because of this wild video from back in the day.
Bring Amber Lamps.
But this also works as a double entendre, hinting at Amber Alerts, which is the alert we get for missing children, and we'll see a lot of
Yeah, a lot of people missed that bar. That definitely was a double entendre.
references and alleged jabs at Drake being a P3DO. You get it.
I've just about had enough of you.
He also says nail to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. This means he crucified Drake, and a small reference to Tizo Touchdown, who's known to wear nails in his hair, and I love him. You know what? We don't have enough time. We don't have all day. So I'll go through what we see, and if the images coincide with the lyrics, then I'll break it down. Then in the next scene, it's black and white. The only light is coming from the car's headlights, and we can make out the silhouette of a man in black with white letters spelling out Compton on his hat. This man could be the physical representation of Compton. This man in the mask is creeping up on Kendrick and immediately yanked back before making any contact. The scene is similar to Drake's music video for Family Matters, which features the van from Good Kid, Mad City being crushed. The man in the mask references Drake's Dark Lane demo tapes where he's wearing the same gear. The man being mysteriously yanked back could be representing how Compton, the man dancing, always will have his back. Something higher is protecting maybe Kendrick, or he's untouchable, as he says, certified boogeyman.
I'm the one that up to score with him.
Next, we see Kendrick doing push-ups in what I assume is a prison cell with cinder blocks. This is a call out to Drake's diss track push-ups. He's also done about 17 or 17 and a half push-ups, but doesn't go over 18. He stands up, holds, and returns to finish more, which could symbolize the age of women Drake has allegedly been into, never going over 18. Before you say we're overanalyzing this music video, Kendrick did these things intentionally. This man has turned his music videos into short films. Everything is intentional. Everything in this shot is there for a reason. I firmly believe it. And what's interesting in this scene is the choice of doing a split screen. Above, he's performing the push-ups, but below, he's sitting and contemplating. It could signify that Drake on the surface is always busy, building himself up, distracting himself from what's happening below the surface, questioning his motives and morals. Also, the lyrics here mention, "Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young," with him in a prison cell implying that he's doing something illegal. Kendrick even does this little hand motion that Drake did with that little young girl online. He also warns them from cell block 1 because famously inmates in prison hate P3DOs. He mentions Party Next Door is doing drugs and Baca has a weird case. Baca has past ties in human trafficking and assault charges, and Drake mentions him in songs occasionally. He's also a member of Drake's OVO crew. I also like this scene with him in a cot, speakers and records, a turned painting perhaps. Watch Bree Jane theorize on TikTok that the painting was turned because this dropped the day of Michael Rubin's white party where he set wild paintings as invitations. If Kendrick was invited, he'd kept his invitation turned around as a big shove it to the whole corporation and industry running them. The speakers are a pair of vintage speakers. LA's store Rewind Audio gave the video these vintage audio tools along.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I thought it was referencing Michael Jackson, Man in the not Man in the Mirror, Off the Wall, and because he referencing him, so he took it off the wall. So I thought that could be a reach, but.
With the turntables at the beginning of the music video. It also feels like this scene is insinuating that even in prison, Kendrick wouldn't lose his artistry. He'd still be surviving, thriving, and just being creative. Then Kendrick starts whoop, 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 whoop. Pretty on the nose here, especially with the disclaimer at the bottom. OVO is Drake's crew, October's very own. Their mascot is the owl, hence why Kendrick's beating it up, and the disclaimer says OV-Hoes. Also, the owl is a piñata, which I assume is another dig at Drake's attraction to younger women. Also, gotta love the Loewe sequin shorts. Good job. And Kendrick's next scene is Martine Rose, How's It Hanging shirt, singing Why You Trolling Like a Bitch, Ain't You Tired? We go from one kid activity to the next. Kendrick is dancing on the hopscotch. Again, this alludes to Drake being attracted to minors. The internet found this and ran with it that Kendrick resembles the whack meme guy.
His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His foot stance, whack. Me, I'm tight as
which we all know Kendrick's hating, so, you know, it makes sense. He's a #1 hater. During this scene, he skips the 6 while dancing. This doesn't feel intentional, but I believe it is because Drake is the 6 god. There are 10 spots on the hopscotch. 10 hits the piñata, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 gives us 10. 10 is very significant in this music video, and it could point to OVO, October's very own, and October is the 10th month. What else could mean for the 10? I guess Roman numerals could be it. Additionally, because
Yeah, let me run that back a little bit.
Which we all know Kendrick's hating, so, you know, it makes sense. He's a #1 hater. During this scene, he skips the 6 while dancing. This doesn't feel intentional, but I believe it is because Drake is the 6 god. There are 10 spots on the hopscotch. 10 hits the piñata, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5 gives us 10. 10 is very significant in this music video, and it could point to OVO, October's very own, and October is the 10th month. What else could mean for the 10? I guess Roman numerals could be it. Additionally, because I'm terminally online, I came across a TikTok a while ago of a woman discussing how in A minor on a piano, there are no black keys. You're only playing the white one. So this is yet another slight diss at Drake being half white. There's also something I love here about it being echoed by the crowd over the masses at what I think is still the courthouse we saw at the beginning. We see it later and it's hard to make it out, but Kendrick is in the crowd, and that's because it's never been about Kendrick. You're supposed to be focusing on everybody else in this image except for Kendrick. It's been about the people of Compton always. However, you know, this song is about Drake, but normally it's for Compton and the people. Then we glimpse the Ferrari.
Yeah, so amazing video. That was a great scene too, with all the people like that. And I think a lot of people gotta understand, like, Kendrick is for the culture, and him putting all those people in it from all over, it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And again, people are just not patient enough to see what's going on. But let's keep it going.
Driven by Kendrick. In the passenger seat is DJ Mustard, who made the beat, the producer of the song. He's also out of California. So why this scene is funny to me is Drake boasts about his Ferrari 24/7, making it fly at concerts, showcasing the yellow Ferrari in the Upset music video that Kendrick is likely poking fun within this scene. What's even more funny about mimicking the Upset music video, in this scene of the song, Drake says, "I still got like 7 years of doing what I want," which was released in 2018. So more like 6 years, buddy. And let me tell you, he's upset. I'm upset. $50 on my head is disrespect. Ugh, I used to like that song so much. In the next scene, we're taken to Tam's, his hometown burger spot, which remarkably had a 30 to 40% increase in sales due to this music video. Inside, he's rocking.
Yeah, that's crazy. That he did that. He did that with the Chinese spot, in Canada, and they had a sales bump, and this one here has another sales bump. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's go.
In his damn fine Martine Rose track jacket. The jacket says SS 2024, but it looks like it says 8/8/2024, which could be an album drop, and I think we're all praying. The dancer accompanying him and DJ Mustard is Storm DeBarge. She also joined Kendrick on stage during his Juneteenth performance, and she's also another Cali native. When he says pussy, she does the sign language for it, and I love her for that. At a closer look, Mustard is wearing a Toronto Blue Jays hat, which in parts of LA they do rock. Mustard said this was a nod to the Baldwin Village, aka the Jungles, where he grew up, not a jab at Drake. We're briefly back at the courthouse dancing in front of the masses. He's rocking with this ghetto rodeo baseball hat. They're a Latin-owned LA-inspired clothing brand, and if you haven't recognized by now, everything in this music video is an homage to the West Coast, baby. Not the Pacific Northwest, because that's where I'm from. In the same shot, but later in the video, we see some nice cameos, Roddy Ricch and YG. We also see Thundercat, and me and Thundercat get our tattoos at the same tattoo shop by the same guy, but we have yet to run into each other. And then we see Steve Lacy, Roddy Ricch, Compton, YG, Compton, Thundercat, Compton, Steve Lacy, Compton. All these folks are Cali natives and Compton raised, and there's a reason for that. There's also Brandon T.
That's so fire, man. Like, this is what I mean. Like, Drake could never fuck with Kendrick, man. Drake could never fuck with Kendrick. This is the reason why right here. So much going on in that short scene right there.
Jackson from Percy Jackson, which I didn't notice, y'all did. He's from Detroit, but I mean, that doesn't matter. The song's for everyone. Well, not everyone, but mostly everyone. We're then taken to a bunch of shipping containers, a bunch of white shipping containers, and this could suggest they're accusing Drake of sex trafficking, something we know could be tied to Baca. They have vents or AC units, which why the hell would normal containers need something like that? So we see what they're pointing to. Also, when we see the shipping containers, they're normally different colors, whereas here they're all white, which could suggest the internal beef Kendrick mentions Drake has with himself being black and white. Additionally, this music video dropped during Michael Rubin's white party, which many celebrities attended, including Drake. So yeah, you get it. There's white on white. The shipping containers say Bridgetown, Barbados. Either they're going there or just arrived, but regardless, we know who also comes from Barbados. Bad girl Riri, who Drake longed for forever. And now Riri just does not like him because she's with A$AP Rocky, and he's better. We feature some great folks outside the shipping containers like NBA star DeMar DeRozan, who's also name dropped here on the song. Another Compton native who played for the Toronto Raptors from 2009 to 2018. Tyron Williams and Keita the Great. Firstly, Williams was injured in a car accident 2 weeks before shooting this, and look at that work. My boy's getting it. Keita the Great has been dancing online since he looked like this. And also, peep the YouTube channel that this page came from. It's the official T Squad, the group we saw at the beginning. Also, both are from California. We then get a cameo from co-director Dave Free looking scrumdiddlyumptious. Kendrick is wearing a suit while Dave Free is wearing just a white tank that resembles the Future at Metro Boomin cover for We Don't Trust You. Don't know if it's planned, but it does.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I like that. I like how he did that too. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
Look like it. The woman dancing on the tightrope is Charm LaDonna, who also helped with the dance numbers throughout the music video. The background looks like Drake's 2013 album, Nothing Was the Same, and I like this depiction of her finding balance between both, which could poke fun at the fact that Drake is so lost and can't find his own balance. Maybe he couldn't find that balance once he made Nothing Was the Same, because that's an entire album about never being able to go back. He's too far up. Outside with a different
Yeah, I never looked at it from that perspective. I think that that's pretty interesting. I always looked at it from the perspective of black women. They have it hard. They gotta, balance out three different things, a couple of different things in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's like black women in America are walking on a tightrope. That's how I took from that. But that was pretty interesting. I like that. Different take.
But folks, some are wearing this TDE hat, that's Top Dog Entertainment. This is the record label Kendrick departed from in 2022. But clearly, no hard feelings, because the other members of TDE are SZA, J-Rock, Absol, and Schoolboy Q. And in this scene, we actually see Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, Absol, Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, the label founder, Musa, and Terrence Punch Henderson. Then we see Kendrick and his fiancee Whitney looking melancholy before changing to a cheerful tone. The important part is not only is this household a two-parent household, unlike Drake's original upbringing, but Whitney is wearing a tank, often referred to as a wife beater, which we all feel is intentional since Drake alleged in Family Matters that Kendrick hit and abused his fiance. This is Kendrick's way of putting to rest the narrative that he abused his partner. My mom told me this could be the grandma's house, Estelle. Notice the family photos and the plastic furniture. Kendrick drops a lot of stuff on her in his songs, and it was hard for him when she passed. I also know from photos of my grandma's house, it looked exactly like this, so I believe this could be a Southern grandma's house. He then shows off a real owl and then puts it back into its cage, like he's doing with Drake right now. I also love the juxtaposition of Kendrick's family, friends, and community all having fun, cheering, and feeling safe knowing the OVO owl Drake is behind bars. And that's it for my breakdown on Kendrick Lamar's video for Not Like Us. I only get so much time to talk about it, and I think I also went over, and we're probably gonna have to edit this. Beef aside, Kendrick speaks to that deep-rooted part that brings me closer to my family. Clearly, I'm black, and there's something about feeling represented and loved in all of his music videos. I'm not from Cali, but honestly, some would say I'm from the exact opposite of Cali, but that doesn't make me any less black, with similar shared experiences. So let me know what you thought of the video below. Thanks for watching. Follow me at Lulu_Clemens. Subscribe to all 3 channels in the New Rockstars Network. Let us know if you want me to break down more music videos, because I would love to. I would eat that up. All right, thanks for checking it out. See you guys later.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, new rock stars, Lulu Love. I think that's what her name was, or Lulu something. Make sure y'all go follow her. Look, that was really good. She did her thing on that. She broke that down really nicely. Some things I didn't know, some things she pointed out, some things I did know. But I'm here to just bring this stuff to my followers because I think that y'all would like different type of breakdowns. You know what I mean? So, there was another scene. Not another scene, but there was a scene with Whitney, with Kendrick and Whitney, and in that scene, she had on a wife beater, right? I just seen something online where Drake now is selling wife beaters with one of the models look like Whitney. This is how corny this nigga is. He's so corny. He's a corny nigga. You know what I'm saying? So corny. And he's one of those. I'm gonna come up with something and I'm just gonna explain it. But right now, I just really can't. It's too much to explain. But I'm gonna come up with it, and I'm actually gonna do a whole. I seen somebody did something about it, and I wanna talk about that. I wanna talk about the corny things. I wanna do a whole video talking about all the corny things Drake did through his whole career. You know what I'm saying? The lame and corny things. But yeah, that was the new Rockstar video. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Did y'all see some things that she didn't see, or did y'all see all the stuff, or y'all did see some things? Look, man, if you want to donate to the channel, links on the screen, Cash Apps in the inbox, and all that good stuff. So look, I'll check y'all out, man. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's really late. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do it for y'all. So I'm out of here. See y'all. Peace. Bye.